Very good evening, friends. I'm Nandakshi Swami, welcoming to my channel Smart Index Edge. Today, I'm going to introduce you to a energy flow concept, circle strategy. And also I've made indicator for this. Based on the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9 Tesla. Most traders spend years studying patterns, even me also. I spent so many years to spend studying candles, learning patterns, memorizing indicators, everything. I created Nalini Precision Engine. The people who are using my indicator, they are happy and they are successful. Still, I felt there is something lacking in the indicator. I need to prep up. That's why I thought I must do this indicator 369 energy flow. So traders, what they do, they see the patterns, they memorize everything, they get trapped. They get faked out. They buy the breakout and it reverses. They sell the breakdown and it squeezes. Why? Because they are reading the price, but they are missing the energy. How many times you might have seen the market rallies immediately, it spikes up from the opening itself, it halts. You want to enter into the market. At that time, market pauses. You will not be knowing which direction market, the intention of the big players. It halts. Sometimes it halts and it proceeds up. Sometimes it halts and traps everybody. Breakout traders, breakdown traders, everybody. It induces sellers and buyers simultaneously, absorbing the liquidity. Because what happens is we will be reading the price only, but we are missing the energy. We cannot make out what energy is cooking up, whether the distribution energy or the accumulation energy. Today, I want to show you something different. What if the market doesn't move randomly? What if it moves in cycles? Why it rotates, expands, and exhausts in a pattern that repeats itself. In this strategy, I've created two indicators, 369 energy flow indicator and time machine also. Everything is based on the Tesla number 369. And I've included AMD intraday logic also, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So you are going to understand this AMD intraday logic with the help of the indicator and with the help of my Nalini Precision Engine, you can take the trade. You can track energy. You cannot just price. You will be tracking that. So I'm going to tell you, show you how this is an example how the market traps and reverses. That's what I'm showing it on this example image like that. Tesla once said, if you only know the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, you would have a key to the universe. Now, I am not here to talk about mysticism. I'm here to talk about market structure Because when I applied the logic of 3, 6, and 9 to intraday price behavior, something became very, very clear. The market has energy. It accumulates, it expands, it completes, and then it resets. This is the 369 energy flow framework combined with what I call the circle strategy. Combined with what I call it as a circle strategy, it is completely comparable to the circle because circle is a 360 degree. If you add up 360, 3 plus 6 is 9 and 369 is also 9. You add up, you get that. This is the 369 energy flow framework. I have built a strategy. A model will be built around 3 critical time windows. I have built 3 time windows. They are also 369. First one is 36, 135, and 350. Right? That is timing cycles. They repeat with structural significance. And the markets carry energy. It expands, contracts, and exhausts in a measurable cycle. See how many times you might have seen opening bell, it starts moving up fast. And then that is the energy. And then it starts rotating. That means it halts. Price starts moving up and down. Price will not go anywhere. Breakout. That's what I showed you in the previous slide. Example, what happens when the market halts. So, specific time windows I have recognized. They repeat with structural significance. At 36, the direction is born. At 135, the market makes its clear decision. It decides. I will show you with an example how to track that, and I'll take you to the chart, how the indicator helps you to track everything. You need not do anything manually or anything. You get to know what is happening on the chart and why you should not be in the trade and why you can take the opposite direction. Suppose if the market has rallied up and if it stops, you will come to know what is happening, rotation and distribution is happening. You will come to know very quickly by reading these time windows. So at 315 cycle, 350, you see all the numbers, 36, 135 and 315, add them together. They are number 9, 369. And when you layer this with AMD logic, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, the entire intraday story becomes readable. Today, I'm not going to show you it is a buy or sell strong signal, but you yourself will identify whether to buy or not to buy. So, with this indicator, you are getting a lens to see all those things, a way to see the market differently. You can see the market in a different way. From now onwards, you are not going to commit mistakes or enter at the top while energy is fading. If you are ready to stop trading candles and start trading energy, Then let us begin. Okay. So I am going to show you step by step what is this. Let us proceed to another slide. What is this 369 energy flow indicator? It is not just another signal, a framework that tracks market energy. Number 3 is accumulation energy. Price compresses, volume is quiet, and energy builds beneath. 6 is expansion energy. Candles widen, momentum builds, participation surges. 9 is completion energy, that is exhaustion. How many times you might have seen within 3, 4, 5 candles it blasts. You try to enter with the FOMO that you are going to miss out and you will be in the end of the cycle. So 3, 6, 9 number, it will be plotted on the chart with the indicator. You can identify the flow. 3, accumulation. 6, expansion and completion. This is the basic principle of Wyckoff theory. That's what I am saying. So how we connect with this 369 energy flow indicator? I've created this indicator. So now how 369 energy flows? You need to understand. Here from 3 to 6 to 9. You can see on the chart, candle widen. So if there is a trend, swiftly the price moves from 3 to 6 and then to 9. If it is coming down, it is ulta, vice versa. So volume also confirms with that trend is valid. What happens? Sometimes it is weakening energy. It doesn't move beyond 6. 633, it starts repeating 633. That is an exhaustion signal. Trapped breakout traders. At that time, my time machine window, time vision will also tell that. So 135 is the key level to watch out in the intraday time frame. 36 is the beginning of the energy, and then expansion, accumulation. So these are the things it will happen. Energy direction determines trade quality, not the candle shape. Yes, friends, we will think energy will be fading when it has already started distributing. So it is also comparable with this circle strategy. I've already, long back, I created based on the circle strategy indicator with 0.66 and 0.26 levels, 180 degree and all those things. And somehow, since the market makers change the pattern, it was not fitting to every time. That's why I designed Nalini Precision Engine, which is universal to this. Adding strength to Nalini Precision Engine, I have created this indicator, 369 energy flow. I combined both the indicator, time machine as well as the 369 energy flow indicator merged so that traders can use and buy even if they are not having premium subscription or paid subscription. So how it is comparable with the circle strategy is, the market is not a straight line. It is a rotating cycle. 36 time window is direction formation. So you will get to know where the 36 is forming. Suppose if the price starts from the 36, it can expand further. Suppose opening bell itself, 36 time window will come. How many times you might have seen prices blast to that level, 36 time window, then there will not be much expansion. So at that time, so many times trend will set towards the downward cycle. So direction formation is the 36 time cycle, time window. 135 is the decision window. Does energy still? So at that time period, you can see whether the market is expanding above that. Suppose if it starts failing below 135 time cycle window, what happens is market will start collapsing. It start distributing. So in a live market, it becomes very difficult for an ordinary trader, even for everybody, what is cooking over there. So there only it creates the halt. Market creates the halt. One day, one presentation. One day it halts and it proceeds. Some days it halts and it reverses. Some days it halts and stays in the range. So many types of presentations will be there in the intraday market. So then it becomes very easy with my indicator to guess. I've added up with the moving averages to support the strength and everything, to know the direction also. And 315 is the cycle completion. 315 time window is the cycle completion, and how the price is closing. Sometimes it proceeds above the 335 window, and then it starts expanding beyond that and closes at the top, 315. That is closing window. Then what happens? BTST trade you can take next day, the market gaps up, reaches the target, and how many times it BTST spikes up and then it collapses. You can take the BTST trade sometimes I can show you the example of yesterday's Nifty chart. What did after 315 cycle? The market has trapped all the buyers, and that's what GIFT Nifty is showing. It is trading down 300 points. It has trapped all the buyers. That's what has happened. It blasted, and during 215 time frame, and it was a bullish thing. But there was a signal why it should not be taken into consideration with the help of my indicator. So 36 is direction, 135 time frame window is decision, and 315 is the completion. That is like a circle strategy. Circle strategy, it is depending upon the circle strategy. So direction formation at the 36 window, suppose if it is forming at the bottom, observe the market's initial intent. You can make out if it starts with the 36 window, and if it starts expanding beyond that, you can do that with the Nalini precision indicator. You get the layers, morning layers, and also pivot strength, pivot, rolling pivots, and even with this indicator, you get moving averages also. I've taken care of everything for this indicator. So you get to know what is happening at the 36 time window. So you just need to see. Sometimes opening bell itself, 36 will be formed at the top. Sometimes market gaps down, and 36 from the 36 window, it starts expanding. That is also so many times you might have seen. And also when it gaps down, you get the clear picture what happens in the market with the Nalini precision engine layers, and you are going to take the trade. So you are going to see what it is doing with the price reclaiming VWAP or TWAP or the rolling pivot, or is price rejecting the structure, you will get to know. So 36 time window is the time window where direction is born in the market on intraday time frame. You need to know that. That is very, very important. So immediately you can get the idea whether to be on the call side or on the put side if you are trading on the options. So 135 window, time frame window is the decision window. At 135, that will be around time frame window will be around 11:15 to 11:20. At that time, the market reveals its true intention, whether it is going to continue or it is going to stop. Energy still expanding, continuation if there is. VWAPs and all those things will respect the support, and also volume confirms. Apart from that, my another indicator, it has been merged into this under a time window, 369 flow. That labels will be, they will come on the chart. You will get to know whether this is blasting or not. From 3 to 6, 6 to 9 is happening or not, you will get to know. If you get all these things, you are going to ride the trend. And also you will see whether if you see 633 at the top, at the 36 window, then the market has reached the resistance so many times. Opening bell, a big candle forms and stays at the resistance of the Nalini precision morning layers. Then you get to know what is happening over there. And you will not be confused by that, because many times price comes back down to the pivot line. We anticipate it will go up. Instead of that, it starts coming below the pivot. So by the time window and then the energy 369 energy flow, you get to know what is happening in the market and you will become cautious. And also with the moving averages crossovers, you get to know where to be on the trade or not to be on the trade. So 135 is the most critical window. Yes, 135 time window is the most critical window, which correlates with the 11:15 to 11:20 a.m. on our Indian market. 315 window, the time cycle window, is the cycle completion. That is like a circle. It starts from 36 to 135. In between, there will be so many time windows. There are multiples of 9 only. So what happens in those windows, you will come to know with the help of this. 315 is the closing window. Reveals true acceptance or rejection. You can also make out whether it is BTST quality, and also you can make out the closing strength. So many times you might have seen so many stocks rallying 4%, 10%, but even after that continuation to the next day also. That happens in the market. So you will get to know with these cycles, clear picture what is happening. Or BTST trap warning also you can get to know with the 315 window. That's what happened yesterday on the index. market rallied after 315 window, it blasted and it started. You can see what has happened overnight. Gift Nifty is falling like that. So all these traders who have taken BTST trade for the buy side, anticipating market will move up, then they will be the victims. That's what is happening. From now onwards, you will be cautious not to take the trade randomly, or you get to know what is happening, what is cooking, what is the intention of the smart money, and you will start trading in a proper direction. So you can identify the anatomy at 135 level, traps also. I'm not going to explain everything, and I'm going to show it to you on the chart. So this is 369 circle framework is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Map to the energy cycle, that is 369, and also time windows. 36 time zone is the accumulation. Sometimes it may be accumulating to distribute also. Accumulation happens at the top and manipulation takes place and then distribution happens. Or sometimes at the bottom accumulation happens and it manipulates to the upside, it blasts to the upside and then redistributes. So many times, this is the cycle which happens in the market every day. Suppose if the market starts, builds strength above the 135 time cycle window, it continues, proceeds toward the 315 time cycle window. So that's how you can come to know with the help of my indicator, you can come to know all these cycles, what is cooking. So, friends, trade the reaction. So, new question to ask is, where is the market in its energy cycle? You will get to know. Where is the, suppose if it is at the 9th cycle, that is exhaustion. Exhaustion 3 energy already released, right? When energy is released, why you want to be in that state? So you can get to know where is the market in its energy cycle. Is the energy expanding or collapsing? So with this 369 flow, you get to know, and time cycle, everything. Is price being accepted or rejected? How is the market behaving near 36, 135, 350? Right? So here, what happens usually near the high is energy. See how many times you might have seen market rallies. That's what happened on Tuesday, expiry day. Expiry day on 26th. That's what happened on the market. Market rallied, it halted. It did not expand beyond the 135 time cycle. It was clear. Then it started breaking below the rolling pivot and Gan Hilo turned magenta, confirming and also confirming the exaction with my indicator. So what happens? See, everybody, traders are used to this and they will come late to the market. Everything energy has been released, they will come to the market and they will start to place the buy order here. And here, a sudden spike will come in the market. When sudden spike comes in the market, that is what traders have been taught taught that breakout is happening. Breakout, they don't think whether the breakout is true or false, whether it is it is having follow through or not, they won't think, they will jump into the trade because it is FOMO, fear of missing, because they have missed the rally. They have missed the rally here. That's what happens in the market. The trend will follow. How many times a market moves like this and it halts and it may continue. But what happens is trend, it halts and sudden spikes. It here, this is the inducement of all the traders. Small traders will be induced for selling, as well as sellers and buyers will be engaged in this small area compression zone. This is the compression zone. So there will be breakout traders and breakdown traders also. So like that, market will trap all the people. Here, liquidity ping pong will happen during this. Then exhaustion. So we cannot, traders cannot, retailers cannot move the market, and then nothing will happen. Energy will not build at all. Finally, it moves up more, fails to expand, and buyers get exhausted. So here, this is what happens. It is the hidden distribution. Smart money sells into strength quietly while price holding up, then drops. That's what. So this is an example. Actually, all these traders are trapped. They cry. They cry actually. And some people greedy enough to trade the zero hero trade. They enter into the trade at the top and they think, oh, they buy multiple lots, 100 lots, 1,000 lots, because it is cheap. They want to play the gamma blast on the expiry day. Those people also get trapped. So you need to be cautious near the high with my indicator, energy flow indicator, and also time machine, time slot will tell you what is cooking over there, whether the price is expanding or it is halting, whether the energy has been exhausted or not, you get to know that. That's why I created indicator. I'm taking you to the indicator. See, these are the morning layers of the Nalini precision engine. And this is the indicator time slot. Let me show you what happened on yesterday. See, market opened. When it opened, these morning layers will be started plotting on the Nifty. This was the pivot. I selected 23,900 call option as well as the 23,900 put option. The opening bell, I was amazed to see both the call option and the put option were selling. I could not make out where the direction was. See, at one point of time, the market, yesterday there was an exhaustion, 3:15 time window. I'm going to show it to you, take you to the chart and show it to you clearly. So, 3 energy flow has been formed over here. And this is the 36 time slot. Exactly 9:45, 10 a.m. You are getting 36 window. What I do, I will explain you taking to the chart from the 36, 45, 72, 81, 108 and 135. So that was around 11:30, market expanded. But what you are seeing after this, 3, 3, 6, it should have expanded to 9. There is no momentum. No 9 is forming. 9 cycle is not at all forming there. That was clear indication that that was an exhaustion and 633. Time windows are aligning. Price is not moving. Time is elapsing. 135 when it should have expanded. From there, market started coming down. This was the area you could have entered. Put option gained strength, market started coming down. Market coming down, what was the picture yesterday was it traded between the Nalini precision layers from S2 to R2, R2 to S2, and finally 315 window. This is the closing window. This is the time deciding window. 135, 36. So that's why I'm telling you. What is that? You can clearly get. You can mark the high and low of this candle 36 time window. And if the price starts moving above that, then it is a confirmation that is, and also with the Nalini precision engine and rolling pivot. This is the rolling pivot and the GAN hilo, everything aligning together, and also it gives you everything, even the entry, stop loss, target, everything it will on time to time, every windows it will start telling whether it has become bearish. On the top of it, it plots, time machine plots whether it is bearish or bullish. And this is the 369 energy flow window also tells you what is happening with the GAN, Hilo, RF, everything it is going to tell you. These are the tables will alert you, and with this, you can trade better. That's what happened in the market. There was no exhaustion. You can see when it came down to after 315, it came down to number 3 and then rallied 3 to 3 and 6. That's it. That was not a blast actually. So you get to know what is the energy flow, right? So friends, from now you can, with my indicator, this is the new indicator, I think which can track. Something happened. Wait. Here, you can track energy, not just price. So when the price moves, you can track the energy. Whether the energy is there or not, you can track, get to know that. 369 energy flow, as well as the time slot, it combines with that is a circle strategy. You can see it starts from 369 round circle. You add up 360 degree is the circle. You add up, it gives you 9. Even the 360 you add up, it gives you 9. Okay, friends, that is a circle. So it becomes 0. 9 is equal to 0. Yes, friends. So now with this time slot machine, you will get 135 is the decision window and 315. Everything you are going to get with this. So let me take you. Okay, let me take you to the chart. The indicator has been applied on the chart. I have not applied my Nalini precision indicator. In this inbuilt, I have coded for even the GAN Hilo as well as the moving averages, the fast moving 8 and 10, 21. There is option for 55 and 200 also. I have not applied those indicators and I have disabled this, and I have applied the rolling pivot, the purple color thing, and the Gann halo magenta and green, you can get to see the market. When the market blasted, it came down to 36 time window, and then market came down. It started here. It started falling from here. Yesterday's 315 window. See, what I do is simple thing. I just take the fib tool. I've made it as only to know the middle point. I take you to the settings. What I've done is, okay, let me click on this, take you to the settings. Just I've disabled all the fib levels, and I've retained 0 to 1, and I've made it as 0.44 and 0.5 to get the middle line. This is what it plots me, gives me central price level. So when I apply the 315 window time slot, yesterday's price opening bell, here you can see price opening bell. So session, now let me make it dark so that you can see it. Let me go to the settings and let me, this one. Let me make it dark, session breaks. Okay, let me make it little bit, okay, that color is okay. You can see, very clearly, this was the session. Market opened towards the upside. You can see clearly it was a trap. From yesterday, it had rallied from 315 window. It showed as if it is moving higher. See the trap over here. You can see the trap. The market came below this. These were the stop loss. The market BTST traders, they have taken the trade after 315 time. So 315 time is 2:30, and BTST strategy, the people enter into the trade after 3:15 p.m. So these were the traders who were trapped in a single candle sweeping this liquidity. And it started moving higher. Amazingly, what happened in the call option, I selected 23,900 call option and 900 put option. That was the straddle when I applied the Nalini Precision Engine. So when morning layer suggested me, these are the at the money strike prices. So usually I select them so that I can trade better. So what happened? Both the call option and the put option, they were selling it. At one point of time, it started the time slot window, that is exactly around 9, 10 or something, it will come, 36 comes around this. So let me zoom it up and show it to you. 36. Here, I started seeing market halting in this direction. This red candle was trap, and three energy was building over here. Okay. 3 energy was built over here, and the market swept the low here. This energy, and then 36 times slot came. So let me remove from that. Okay, let me remove this 369 so that I can show it to you. That's how I read. So I knew that here I mark again, take the same fib tool. You need not take, but for confirmation, live market, you need to do all this thing. Mark the high low, and this is the middle point. And next window comes time slot 369, that is 9 45. That is, let us see. Let me take the toolbox. It is interfering. See, time slot is 10. This candle is giving 9:55. And then price started moving. Can you see the energy flow? From 3 to 3. It should have increased to 6. Instead of that, I'm getting 3 to 3. From 3 to 3, and next I'm getting 6. At that time, the price, you can see, price did not move anywhere. 72 time slot came, that is 10:30, and 10:40, and this is 108 time slot, 11 a.m. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Still, you can see 363 exhaustion. The price is not building any energy over there. And then 135 is my deciding. 135 is the decision making time slot for me. This is very important. So these are the reference levels, and 135 is the time slot. You can see red candle over there, and I am applying the same fib tool. Take the same fib tool, applying it. Okay. So price starts coming down, breaking below the rolling pivot. You can see rolling pivot and the moving averages closing below these two moving averages. So losing balance. When price starts closing below the rolling pivot, it is an indication that it starts losing. At the same time, you will get these two windows. What is happening, whether it is bearish, time machine will tell you bearish or bullish, and also it gives you entry, stop loss, target, what is happening, compression, and Tesla window is there or not, everything it will tell. This is the end of the day that has been, time machine has been halted. Now, it started coming down, 3 comes down, 3. So it has started its energy building towards the low. 162 time slot, that is 12 p.m. And then 189, 12:25. Many traders, they do 12:25 strategy. Even my layers, noon layers will be formed at that time in the Nalini precision engine. So here the market is in downtrend. Downtrend, GAN Hilo is magenta color. I have not enabled Nalini precision engine. This is complete system with everything, moving averages, GAN Hilo, and rolling pivot, and time slot, and energy builder, 3-6 energy flow. So energy is flowing 3-3-3. After 3-6, nothing, price is not building this. At that time, where is our 315 window? Previous day 315. This was the level. Price started coming below that level also. Let me take out this 36. And it came down to morning 36 level, time slot, and you can see again 3, it was a reversal trade in the 315. Why 315? Let me remove the previous day 315. Then I am marking this. When I mark the high and low of this candle, time slot candle, liquidity sweep, and 3 was blasted over here. When 3 was blasted over here, market, that is 235 is the 315 cycle closing, time cycle closing rotation. The market has completed it, circle rotation. At that time, this was the trap actually. Why it is trap? This did not build energy after 135. 135 time slot, but during closing, it triggered all the people, BTST people, These are the market makers know that many traders enter into BTST trade after 3:15. By seeing this blast after 2:30, they might have entered 3 to 6. No momentum. 3 to 6 only. It expanded to 3 to 6 and closed here. They will be anticipating it will go up. But see, you can see it closed near the previous day 3:15 slot. It could not cross that. From there, market was down. Market fell below this and it could not, this is not 135 expansion time slot expansion. It is a clear sell. It was a clear sell. So you get to know whether to be in the BTST trade or not to be. I'll take you to the other time frame, other days trades, how they have panned out, how you can see over here. See here, the market, no, it was on 25th. Market was completely sideways, dead. You can see this is my 135 window. It was dead, right? I'm marking that. And energy 6.3, it blasted to 9. Then it started coming down, triggering all the sellers over here. Below one, this type of presentation will be there. 135 time window. See the trap over here, 12 p.m. The market moved higher in the time, creating an illusion that market is going to go up, but already exhaustion was started over here. It started coming down and now 9 energy flow. Let me take out the alerts, whatever I have put. Okay. See, 9 has been blasted over here. Though it was telling me exhaustion over here, and this 9 is plotting around this exactly at the time slot 216. 216 is 12:55 p.m. time frame slot, right? Then when it is energy, complete energy, selling has been exhausted. I come to know that selling has been exhausted and I track this time slot and time slot candle also. Then when price is not after the 9 energy flow, after the exhaustion, there will be a pullback rally will be there. Then you can trade. Scalpers can trade for this. Then market, what it did do, it went up to the 243 times slot, 125, and then consolidated. And while closing 315 window, you can see the difference over here. The market started expanding above the 315. That is 215 times slot, 230 times slot, and you can see the blast here. 3, 3, 6, 9. Exhaustion. Exhaustion and finally closed at the top, morning gapped up. This is what they are doing. Manipulation and pushing the market higher. And you can see the cycles how it had already prepared for the sell on the previous day itself. This was a false move to trap the people. You can see the 135 slot window. It is at the bottom. Bottom below it is exactly matching with the 36 times slot. So why you should have follow through window after 135. This candle is a trap candle. Trap candle, definitely. You see the huge candle. But if a price action reader can read this, it is a sell and rally. It is a trap, engulfing candle, illusion. See, from 3 to 3, energy flow is blasting to 3 only. Right? You are getting the 3 only. Instead of purple color should have come over here. Instead of purple color or green color, 9, it is blasting only 3. Energy flow is 3. That is weak. From here, this was distribution window, what was happening. All the price action was jimming. Finally, market broke down. You can see so clearly, this was on 26. That was Tuesday, expiry day. Expiry day, market started coming down huge. Anybody, if they would have this indicator, time machine indicator, and energy flow indicator, they could have guessed the direction properly and they could have taken the trade very well and captured. They would have been in the put option. They might have made good sum of money by tracking. This is how you can do. This is the example. And it started blasting 369. After 369, below it is a pullback rally. You can see after the exaction, pullback rally, where it is happening, below these moving averages. That's why they are the boundaries. You get to know what is happening in the market. They are the boundaries. When it is happening beneath those things, you are not going to take this. Yes, friends. This is an example I've shown you how the market continued. This was an exaction, 9 was there, 9.3. That's why they pushed the market to 6 energy level, but could not expand beyond this. This was a trap actually. Initially, they pushed the market till 2 hours after the opening, creating illusion that market is reversing, because many times they change the patterns, they do all these things, people get trapped. Okay, friends, thank you very much. So this is an indicator. It's a paid indicator. If you want to access this indicator, this is the indicator name, Nalini time machine plus 369 energy flow indicator. So I merged it because it becomes problem for the people who have no paid subscription. The people can utilize with the free subscription also. If it is merged, everything combined in this, you can get access to this indicator. You can WhatsApp me on this number 9845209600. You will get the details and you can start getting the energy 369. This is the energy of the universe. You can bring in the energy of the universe into your trading market also. Thank you very much, friends. Naranakshi Swami signing off.